All right. What you doing? What you doing? What are you doing? Trying to get you in there.
There we go. No, no, other way. There you go.
Look at this.
There you go. Right there. Stop.
All right. So we're gonna wait for some people to get in here.
Just waiting.
So we're gonna do, for people who are gonna watch the live, after the live, we're just gonna do a quick question and answer for whoever comes to join us, and see what the people are saying. We like to, talk to our followers and see what they're thinking or talking about, and see if we can give them some guidance or information. All right, 3 people.
Woo!
All right, Howling Sarge and them KJs. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
What up, y'all?
We're doing a question and answer. So if you guys got any questions you want to ask about, go ahead and get some dialogue going. We just want to see what the people are saying.
We got bored. We said, why not? Let's go live.
We're in the office.
Let's see what y'all doing. See what y'all talking about.
I wish we could show a gun so I could show you guys my 13-9 I just built, but you'll have to watch the video that we made today when it drops, probably within the next 1 to 3 days.
Something like that,
Right, because it's not going to be too much. Pretty straightforward. But I just built a 13-9 GPR. And so I guess we can do about that. Well, no, I don't want to ruin the video. We're not going to talk about that.
Don't talk about it. They got to watch the video.
Exactly.
If you're not following Thomas, if you're not following me, you need to.
All right, so make sure you follow LocsNLoad, you follow Undead Prophet. And so.
Yeah, Undead Prophet 0.
All right.
That's the funny thing. It's kind of like how when we were at RGD, how you were saying, everybody knows y'all LocsNLoad. No, actually, I can read it right there. BCM 12.5 or
Banshee Mark IV 8-inch. Are we talking, KJ, are we talking about AR-15? Thank you, Howling Sarge. I appreciate the support. I know you've been around on the page for a little minute, and it's good to see you still around.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot because you're kicking over to YouTube.
All right. My bad. Nick, I didn't see you, Nick Rogers. Okay. Magpul hand stop or BCM vertical stubby? If you ask me, I'm a fan of the hand stops. And it's a lot to do with when you go prone, like you're shooting off a bag, that forward grip gets in the way a lot of times. With a hand stop, you can get a little proner, especially shooting off a bag or something like that. And you really don't need all of that forward grip. You just need that little piece where you have the C clamp, at least in my eyes.
Okay.
So I would go hand stop. I don't know about you. Hand stop or vertical grip?
I would say it depends, but I do like the hand stop more. It's just more versatile because with the vertical grip, you're just going to end up doing the same thing as if it was a hand stop. So it's like lower profile. Funny thing is, KJ was just saying about that that BCM, the 12.
You said was that 300 blackout?
Yeah.
If you're gonna go 300 blackout, go 8-inch. Because 12-inch now it gets hard to kind of put that in the bag, conceal it. But the 8-inch, you still get the benefits of a 300 blackout.
I would say it depends.
And so
it depends. So here's why it depends, right? If
you're going 300 blackout, is honestly primarily for personal defense. No one is using 300 blackout as like a 600 meter gun.
That's the first thing, because depending on what you're going to use it for, you can either do an MCX, which that's a hefty price tag because it folds. Okay, so if you're trying to put it into a backpack and have it low vis like that, then a folding system would be ideal. But if you don't care about that, something like the Maximum Defense PDW stock, it's like a fixed. It's basically just a shortened buffer tube with a shortened buffer, and it retracts back and forth. So it's still a low vis small package.
Or you could just get a piston upper.
Actually, it's kind of similar to the Honey Badger. So yeah, if you're trying to go for like a Honey Badger kind of look, then yeah, something like the Maximum Defense would work. It just, again, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. So
right, is it for home defense or is it for hunting hogs?
Yeah.
All right.
So
because it's for home defense, I would say go as short as possible because your distances are going to be close quarters. So you don't need a 12-inch 300 blackout.
I personally wouldn't use a 16-inch for a 300 blackout.
See, Nick says he's using a 16-inch 300 blackout. See, What I want to get, I want to get me a lever action. I know we talking about it. I want to get me a lever action.
A lever action.
4570, like the new skeleton, like the skeletonized stock ones with M-lock
That
on
would be
there.
sick.
I want one of those.
That would be sick.
Right? If I can get me that 4570, that's gonna be like
Honestly,
my
the
hunting
only reason why I
rifle.
want one is because I saw that John Wick movie and Mr. Nobody had one.
Mm.
Like, I don't get me wrong, I like the lever action, but the fact that he had it, the fact that he could break it in half and put it in a backpack, I was like, yeah, that is pretty clinch.
Yeah.
What was it? So here's where, because okay, with a 16-inch 300 blackout, right? That's way more than enough barrel for a full powder burn, and it's like at that point it's kind of useless. But I understand why.
Tubuku.
So because here's where I would argue as far as 7.62 by 39 in a 16-inch barrel. But in AR package, like there's only like the CMNG, the PSA one. Like there's not that many ARs or packages outside of an AK platform that shoots 7.62. And the only reason why I would choose 7.62 is because ballistically, yeah, it's kind of quote unquote close to 300 blackout, but 300 blackout's better. It's just more better up close and stuff.
Mo better.
Yeah, it is better.
All right. Because KJ says great minds thinking alike. PDW leaning towards cheek welding. No need for a brace. Put a stock on it.
Yeah.
Fuck what they say. Put a stock on it.
Oh my god. This Elmer photo. Yeah. If you decide to SBR, yeah, stock will. You just pick whatever stock, and then you got, the cheek weld that you need.
Nick, for the 4570, some of them, there was a 4570. Like it was like when I first really started. That had like the brass butt plate. Yeah, that thing didn't feel too good.
Yeah,
but I've shot some like lever action like Marlins with the rubber butt pad. I think it was a Marlin 18. I forgot the number. All weather.
I know what you're talking about.
That was actually smooth shoot. I have a video of somewhere because I was years ago.
Was it all silver? It was all weather, right?
Yeah, it was silver with like a black stock, and so that was sweet. That actually wasn't that bad. All right. So Operator Anonymous, what up, handsome? How you doing?
Girl.
What up, girl? How you doing?
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right. So, any other questions? Keep them coming. We want to hear from you guys. You know you got questions.
And the funny thing is, right? Operators Anonymous, right? For you KJ as well. Bounce some information off of him too, because that's where we're basically, when I'm done with my 300 blackout, we're gonna do a dual video. It's gonna be our honey badgers at home.
If you also want to know, I bought all of Operator Anonymous's guns.
He did.
All of them.
And his optics too.
Right. I bought all his guns. I bought at least 2 cars for him. I didn't pay his rent at least 50 times.
Thomas, we both don't answer this one at the same time. So Nick Rogers said, right? Rattle can or no rattle can?
Yes, sir.
Rattle can, baby. Got to hit it with the rattle can.
Listen,
here's why you got to do it with the rattle can, right?
I wish I could bring my gun over here and show you this rattle can beautifulness.
So if you go on Thomas's page and if you go on my page, right? I take some pretty good stills, and I'm trying to get better at taking stills of our guns, because low key this M81, this 904 M81 camo that we're doing, like, because of the hues, that it's because he has that weird eye thing. Like, it low key it does look dope under knots. Like, it's very low vis. You can't really see it.
Are we talking about rattle can?
Yeah,
the paint. Okay.
Yeah, the paint job that Keith always does. The 904 Duval paint.
The Duval Woodland camo, the M904, right? That's basically Jacksonville, Florida's M81.
That's why I gotta get some M81 out Timbs now, because you got them. I gotta get them now. It's gonna be a thing. We're gonna start a trend. That's gonna be a thing. Everybody in Duval, if you
Bro, I don't know what people tripping on. M81 is one of the best camos you can get for the state of Florida, specifically, right? So it's just like, I don't know what people are tripping. I would say multicam is
definitely by far the best.
Like one of the best. Like, it
is definitely the best. Regardless of, and if we're applying it to as far as North America, you can go from East Coast to West Coast. Yeah, in certain different environments, it won't perform as well as other camos.
Like Arizona.
Yeah. That's why it's called multicam. It does work in a multitude of different environments.
And you know where I think multicam really shines? is when you take multicam and you mix it with other camos.
Yes.
Like when you take like you see people in
It's
Arctic environments.
It's kind of like when you dress, right? When you layer it with other stuff, you know.
Yeah, it was like you see people in Arctic environments, they'll have the white and then they'll wear the multicam to break up the whiteness. Because again, even though it's snowing, there's still green vegetation a little bit. And so I've seen people take multicam, mix it up with the desert. I've seen people take it and mix it up with M81 and other tropic. I think it's a good camouflage that you can mix with other camouflages, and it even like if it's not really camouflage, like if you just take like Coyote Brown and you put the multicam on it,
just works.
It's a good blend.
It works, yeah.
All right.
It works with everything, yeah. In fact, something like Coyote Brown or tan or Ranger Green, it's when you add to it, it only is basically like a complementary color.
Ranger Green, I feel like is a sleeper too. Ranger, especially
that Ranger, that's that Power Ranger Rick Green, bro.
But I think Ranger Green and like either some type of tan, Coyote khaki.
Why do you think all my stuff is Ranger Green and tan now?
Right, that is a good mix. But I was reading on what you want to do if you're gonna do something like that, it's always good to go with brown as the bottom and green as the top. Because you got to think about it, the ground itself, the dirt is brown. When trees, roots, those are brown, but as they get near the top, it gets greener.
So here's the point. I'm glad you said that, right?
Kicking the camera and shit.
My bad. Here's what I think the funny thing is.
What up, Texas 2A?
Yeah, what's up? The funny thing is, right? I think for M81, instead of black, I feel like they should switch it to brown.
They do have brown.
Well, and this is why, right?
Like
under nods, outside of wet bark and different, yeah. See, because it does have brown.
Yeah, so I'm saying it does have brown. So
I'm trying to figure out a color to switch for black.
The only thing you do is they have a lighter shade of brown. So all you can do is like a lighter different.
No, maybe navy blue. Like a black navy blue. It'll blend in with the night better.
Black blends in with the night.
The only thing, because under nods, the only thing I can think of that's black is wet bark.
He says tiger stripe for the drip. He said +10, they're no longer the trees. Look, we are the trees now.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Keith is right. That tiger stripe though. That tiger stripe.
I do want to get the tiger stripe Altamont just for the hell of it. I basically got like the whole collection.
Tiger stripes for the drip. Yeah, it is no, that's a +50. No. That Vietnam tiger stripe is definitely a +50.
Nick says I live in Tennessee, so I need like 2 different sets of camo. Which is true, because again, during spring, summer, when the vegetation is greener, yeah, you can get away with Ranger Green, multicam a lot more. But now once it gets to fall, winter, and that green starts to turn to brown, now that Ranger Green kind of sticks out a little bit more. So I definitely, that's something you got to consider if you're thinking about like a survival, going off type thing. You might have to have multiple sets of camouflage. One for the time period you're in now. If you know when your winter or fall gets really brown, you might have to have something for that.
Well, what I would do is your base layer, as far as your pants and your combat shirt, that would be multicam, because everything else you can build upon it. So your second base layer could be, and that multicam could be your spring, your summer, spring, and kind of almost blending into your fall, depending on your location. And then yes, you would have a winter attire, especially if you live somewhere where it snows.
You think that we live in Florida, we just have to worry about green and brown.
Multicam. That's why multicam, M81 in certain conditions, M81 multicam definitely worked the best. Fleck tarn if it's raining.
That real tree camo stuff does work too.
It does sort of, yeah. But no, that fleck tarn when it's raining, and because it rains so much in Florida, that worked really well. If you're in the deep woods, if you're kind of like a little bit out of the underbrush, the darker greens kind of show up more.
I want to grab it, but I don't feel like doing it. But if you look at the multicam, it's still mostly green. No, you don't have to.
No, I'll grab the sling.
But yeah, if you look at multicam is mostly green. And what I've noticed, like here, especially here in Florida, when it gets fall, winter, and it's mostly brown, the multicam still kind of sticks out a little bit.
Now, granted, this is how it should look, because Thomas's sling is dirty. because when you get it brand new,
yeah,
it's gonna look shiny, especially under nons. But once when you get some dirt on it,
well, you see, that's a lot of green.
Get a little bit of sweat on it.
And so when it gets brown outside, that green kind of sticks out. And why I say multicam is great to blend with other camos. Like if you want to have like
as a base layer, your uniform, yes, multicam, that'll work almost everything.
I would say base layer. I'd say your base layer, like if it's fall and everything's brown, then you have a brown top, brown bottoms, and then you have the multicam and break it up. That would fit more. And if it's like summer, spring, then you could throw on Ranger green, and the multicam would break it up more.
I'm just thinking because if somebody buys cry pants, but there's no, not to my knowledge, there's no like chocolate brown cry pants. The only one I can think of is obviously multicam.
You get the chocolate chips.
Do they make them in chalky chip?
Probably.
See, now chalky chip would work more in like the desert.
Or again, a more fall, again, browner setting. So if there's more
it's because of that light tan, that's why.
Again, that depending on where they are.
If I'm in the
light
woods,
tan might work.
If we're in the woods, and you've seen like when we do patrols in the woods, right? Most of that stuff when you're in there is dark. So if you use like a dark, like even like Ranger green, that's why even Josh's all stuff is Ranger green. He blends in just fine.
I guess for Florida, that could work. But like if you're like certain parts, like if you look at Texas, well, they have some vegetation, but it still kind of be deserty. That would work too, where you have the desert breakup and then the multicam to blend in with the vegetation.
Nick wants to know.
Basically, you just gotta look at your environment. That's it.
That's the main thing. Nick wants to know.
I just put a video on my 43X.
So OG dollar sign. What up? What up, OG $2?
OG $2. Hey, listen, I taught this man everything. I bought all his guns too. And I paid his rent at least 50 times as well. Listen, I paid a lot of rent. I didn't pay a lot of rent, y'all.
And the reason why I would say chalky chip is more of a desert one because I got to look at where it was kind of used, which was what, Gulf War,
Gulf War, early Iraq.
Where was it ever used anywhere close to it, John? Maybe initially, maybe towards X, Y.
Well, I would actually say that because a lot of places, especially like if you look at Africa, when they were over there in Africa, they wore a lot of the base was the desert, but then they had like green or OD green.
Yeah.
Because it's like a blend where like it'd be desert, then the desert kind of has like jungle patches. And so again, that's the thing about camouflage. So you can do whatever you want with it.
Or camo patterns. I would say bushcraft bandit ink.
If you
that's what, and here's the reason why I can't say yes or no on something like that because of the fact that I'm still learning camo patterns and I'm still seeing and learning what does and doesn't work in our environment.
Carry every camo known to man.
Like we have a base ballpark. Like obviously, like the Navy digital camo ain't gonna work here. Like that's obvious. So knock that off the list. And like the outside of if you're near rocks,
I can't wear a red tiger camo.
No.
Oh.
No, not joke aside. We're not gonna do that. Now, which we both have been screwed over from this, right? That Army gray digital, if you're in like the rocks, it
blends with the rocks.
Bro, that's nasty. Especially if you put like gray face paint on and you're chilling in the rock. Oh, that's it.
But what you can do is also spray paint your gear. So
yeah, if you spray paint your rifle gray, with white. No, base layer white with gray, light gray and dark gray like that with the digital. And then all the rest of your stuff like that Army digital, bro, if you're on a cliffside, that's it. Like you blend in.
If you ask me if I had to simplify it.
That stupid little pack that Keith threw on the rock pot, I could not see that thing at all.
All right. So if I had to simplify
he's like, it was right there. I'm like, what you talking about?
If I had to simplify it, that answer, 2 camos. Ranger green and some type of khaki or brown. And then if you have multicam gear, it will break it up for that environment. So if you really wanted to simplify it, some type of green and some type of brown. That's the majority of environments in the United States.
He said it's going to be a dark SVR from the hood. Candy blue and chrome.
I see you trip to Baltimore, Boston. Who? Who's
Hey,
going
look,
there?
as long as it's got a dope trigger, as long as it's got a dope barrel, and as long as it's got a dope optic. Hey, look.
This man asked me if I'm vegan. I just had chicken wings.
Yeah, we just threw down some chicken wings.
Why would I be? Why? What about me looks vegan?
Maybe because you cut your lock short. I don't know.
What? That's because I be working and them addicts be hot. Right. Yeah.
I see a trip to Baltimore or Boston before August 24th.
Bridge destroyer.
After that.
Bridge destroyed.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still learning what camos do and don't work. Multicam, obviously, because I've just seen too many of them.
Just wear hot pink. Blends in with everything.
No, be like me when I first was out there.
All gray.
Yeah.
All gray in the
walking
woods.
through the green forest. And then when you try to start doing camo, right? Spray your stuff pea green so you're the Jolly Green Giant walking through. God, that was
What footwear for all terrains? I recommend Altamas. All right. At least that's what I have.
if you're around and near water, the Maritimes. If you live in the city, the
Urban
urban assaults. I haven't gotten a pair. I know, Thomas, you got like what, 6 pairs of
A
these?
bunch of them.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say is that these are good. These are good, like for like quick little assaults, raids, like little things. But if you're looking for something to march for hours on end, go rucking, walk through the woods, like put on your feet for 3 days and shit, these might not be the best, right?
It is a challenge. I will say that.
Because you might want something heavy dutier.
Oh my God!
Boy, kick my camera one more time.
I'm sorry. I'm long and lanky.
Bro, y'all are going to catch me airing this place out on camera.
Oh my God!
And then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. When I go to jail, I'm gonna be like, "Who's snitching?"
Who's snitching now? That's how it's gonna open. Who's snitching now?
Yeah. Huh? Cream says, "Locs, is there a such thing as a jungle boot anymore?" Yeah, they still have them.
I'll tell them it makes one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was my question. Do you wear yours with or without socks?
With socks.
Really?
Yeah, because
have you tried wearing them without socks?
Yeah, it annoys my feet so much, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
That's how
like
I
that.
normally wear them all the time. Like that. Okay, so last time when we did that patrol, I wore the Altamas, no socks. It was a challenge. It did suck, but as long as you do your proper foot care when you get home, you won't have sores or blisters or anything like that. However, would I do that on the regular? No.
Yeah, see, I
wouldn't do it on the regular.
You tear your feet up.
It, like Thomas said, if you like click on and off,
what people need to understand is that these boots were made for special forces, and it was made for the specific role of one for maritime use. So there's something lightweight on their feet for these guys to do quick raids, not to be out there in the woods for days and weeks on end in these shoes. It's mostly designed for these guys. You go in, do a quick raid. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's 2 or 3 days, like something quick, and they're in and out, and just something lightweight on their feet so they can be quick and mobile, get the mission done, and get out. Right, so it's not like a heavy duty, long endurance type of shoe. So these are good to keep on your feet for lightweight. It's not heavy, but if you're looking to go like really rucking and have your boots on for a long while, you might want to get something a little better, heavy dutier with more cushion. All right. All right. Bushcraft got Altama. So what boot? The urban assaults or maritime.
So Altama has also in those, they have the maritime 8-inch. They now have in boots.
Oh yeah, I do want those, the high tops.
That's why I look you want, because think about it, right? Like because it's higher up, they'll be like, so what I'm running now are the
thank you, KJ. Hit them likes. Get Locs in
the I'm wearing the Merrill 8 inches.
Merrill.
Yeah. Those are the black ones, but I need to go now because everything is green and tan. I need to go to either a green or a tan boot.
You can always go to hot pink.
Oh God, what is hot pink? What is with you? People want to ask questions about me. No, ask questions about that. 299. So
thanks for the input. Hey, you're welcome, Bushcraft.
So
thanks for stopping by.
So OG, right? I saw what you said for what your barrel, your trigger is. The LaRue MBT. Oh yeah, solid trigger, bro. Love that.
Oh yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, that Radian 16-inch. That's a dope barrel as well. Now the Osprey, and granted, I'm just biased only because for the price that you pay for it. Now, granted, if you got it for however, like a deal or something like that, cool. I just love the Arkin optics too much. Like for how much I paid for that 4-16 by 50, bro.
Yeah, I would say OG. You can go higher in magnification for that price. Like
it's a 3-9. If I have the make and model right, because I looked it up just now. If it's the 3-9, if it's the 3-9 to because I saw you said 3-9, but if it's the 3-9 to 44 millimeter one, that's good because the 44 millimeter objective he'll be able to see a lot better. And I mean 9 power, that's good to 600.
Yeah, but again, for $200 or less, you can get a 4 to 14 from Primary Arms. It's like $144 for a 4 to 14.
I told you how much I paid for that Arkin, right? With the mount, the bubble level, all that with that package. If you go on their website,
even that is better than Osprey. To be honest, I don't like buying from companies I have not heard of.
I don't know anything about Osprey. That's
I've never heard of.
I'm not knocking it because I don't know about it.
Like you're doing good. You went LaRue, you went Radian, then you went Osprey. It's like.
Yeah, the LaRue MBT trigger, that's a dope trigger. I have it.
Right.
It's awesome.
Like if you want an entry level optic.
So wait, what's the topic?
Arkin, Primary Arms, Vortex. Those are my top 3 optic manufacturers for entry level optics. If you want to get something at a higher magnification, like 3 to 18, 3 to 15, 4 to 16, something like that, 3 to 15.
He said, okay, so Reps asked, is your channel catered to people in uniform? I would say it's really to anybody that likes shooting guns.
This channel is catered. No, I'm playing. I don't know if you like what you see here. Stick around.
You're the one. Tell them what you're doing.
Right.
I'm just here, bro. Oh, he was asking Primary Arms which one.
It's the SLX 4 to 14. Like if you go on their website, Primary Arms website. Yeah, and then you can see it. Specs and stats. Hold on, what's going on?
No, he's asking what are we talking about? Specs and stats.
We're just answering questions that people have, but I guess right now we're on the topic of SPR optics.
Yeah, because OG was talking about his SPR, so I was just looking up what optic he was going with, and I was looking up. I know what the LaRue trigger is. Like I said, it's a dope trigger.
Yeah, for SPR, to be honest, you don't need like a 5 to 25. I feel like that's kind of a lot, especially if you're, like you said, 600 yards. If you're trying to go out to 600 yards,
less is more.
Right? You can easily like.
That's coming from somebody that had a 6 to 24.
Yeah.
And seeing how not like if you're even when you're doing TF2, right, and you have another person and you're spotting for them, right, you're still going to end up backing that optic off to follow the bullet trace anyway. So it's like.
I mean, I go to 5-600 with this 5X.
And even when you're out observing, you're still gonna. Because I get it. As far as I did it, because it's like, okay, cool, I get a telescope in it, but because the reticle is all busy and stuff, by the time you're maxing out in zoom, it's covering so much stuff. You got to like catty corner the dang optic so you can see in the little pockets. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Right. So like I said, that 4 to 14, that's perfect. That's plenty to shoot out to 600 yards. Like I said, I've done it 500 yards with 11.5 with this 5X prism. So you only get that one magnification. But again, you can, if you want, you can get like a 2.5 to 10. You get a 2.5 to 10 for Primary Arms, and that could work. What?
Oh, that's gonna be a problem, bro.
What?
I know what we said about LPVOs. I know what we said about that.
You said Chinese endpoint clone. What is it? Hold on. Kareem, what are you using this rifle for? Is this just training, or is this like real deal, no bullshit? I'm putting my life on the line with this rifle. That will depend. Because if it's just something to shoot and take to the range and have fun with, then it don't
What do you
matter.
mean by Chinese aim point clone? Like, are you talking about the hollow sun? I feel like that's what he's talking about. Because, like, yeah, put a hollow sun on it, bro, regardless.
I thought we was done with LPVOs.
But look at it and look at the price. That's why.
But still, I need.
I know we are still. I know we.
I need parallax adjustment.
Oh my god! Damn, Elmer Fudd.
I need to have my shit parallax.
Listen, look. We're gonna start We're gonna start coining a new term. Okay, it's called New Age Elmer Fudd. Okay, that's him. Okay?
You don't need all that doohickey on your rifle, boy.
What Elmer Fudd is, right? So a New Age Elmer Fudd is this, right?
All you need is iron sights, an optic red dot, light laser, and a suppressor.
Right. It's like what he's saying comes from a place of logic, but he doesn't allow innovation to come in, so he's stuck in his ways.
Exactly, because like again, all this
New Age
stuff
Elmer
is
Fudd,
nice.
2023 Elmer Fudd.
Well, you gotta look at it.
All you need is a Glock.
You gotta look at it through my
All
lens.
you need is a Glockenspiel.
If we were in a situation out in the woods, like how is all this super technology gonna help me? Like batteries are gonna die, so I'm not gonna carry a shitload of batteries. So I need simplified equipment, right? Kids method.
I'm looking for that optic. I'm sorry, I got off track. What was it?
Is that SLX a dot? The SLX is a magnified optic. So for your SPR, and then Primary Arms also OG. Primary Arms sells a mount that you can mount a red dot on top of. So not only can you get the actual magnified optic, you get a mount for it, and the mount has is it
the GLX or the SLX?
SLX is the entry level.
Okay.
And so that mount will have a footprint for a red dot. So now your SPR can have the optic and a red dot, which I recommend for your SPR. So you can use that thing out the distance OG, and then you use that thing close in.
So you can do the
Marie Coleman, why are you on YouTube? Why are you not dry fire?
I knew you were gonna say that. Why are you not dry fire?
Why are you not practicing?
Okay, so what the two? Okay, because now they got the 2 to 24. What about the 3 to 18? No,
you said 2. You said 2 to 24.
3 to 18 is what we started off.
2 to 24.
So look, they got the 3 to 18 now. They got a 2 to 24 by 56 now.
Boy, that's a 4.5 to 27. Yes, yeah.
Did it say
4.5 to 21?
Oh, my bad. I thought it was
Eric can't read, y'all. I'm sorry. Eric can't read. See, look at that. If you knew I was gonna say it, why ain't you doing it? See, how do I reach these kids?
How do I reach these kids? No, I was looking at that. No, I thought it was 2 now. Okay.
And to be honest, like I wanna deviate into a segment. Sezzle and Quad Pay has been amazing for us. All right. If you wonder how do we get all this gear, and we're not sponsored, we are sponsored by Sezzle and Quad Pay. What we do is we buy gear and we send them money.
When I tell you, right, and I'm glad you said that, right? This is why. This is one of my frustrations, right? Sezzle, like you said, Sezzle and Quad Pay have been a godsend as far as being able to get into some of this really good quality gear without having to break the bank or having to do something strange for some change.
I still do both. But.
He does because he likes it. He does because he likes it. Why do you think we got like a little white light now?
Right, join the KNA OnlyFans.
Yeah.
We train you more
I'm
than
still
you
trying to find this optic.
All right. KJ says, do y'all feel rocking a light? And that one guy, I'm stupid. Do you feel rocking a laser illuminator a must for a dual on a PDW?
A laser illuminator?
Yes. Honestly,
if you have nods, it depends.
Are you going to be running around with nods in your EDC kit?
That part.
And then 2, what are the chances of you having to use that?
That part.
So to be honest, you don't really need it.
If anybody ever has, if you have Amazon Prime, right? Watch the terminal list. What I like about his EDC setups, they're not only very simple, they're effective to what his skill sets are. Like with that one scene where he goes out and he runs out with the rifle.
I was gonna say the next question is for you.
Oh, which one? Oh, SIG
X Macro versus CZP-10C.
Oh, that's a tough choice. That is a tough choice. Both are good.
I would go CZ.
He's gonna go CZ because, like me, I'm a CZ fanboy, and the only reason why he's going CZ, it's because he doesn't like SIG.
That too.
That's the only reason why he's choosing that. I don't blame him for his choice. I'm just saying.
But you got to think, how much is a P10C? About $400 something.
No, it's not. It's cheaper than that now.
There you go. So it's cheaper than $400. SIG X macro, $800.
Even better, right? Shameless plug. If you go on the KNA website, we have them for a very, very good price.
Right. Go to the website. Link will be in the description after the video post.
Go to the site. Link is always in our descriptions and everything.
After the video post. It's not going to be right now.
If you go on there and look, I think you'll be surprised. Okay, what, the 4-16? Yeah, I'm still looking for that optic, OG.
Which one, the 4-14?
Is that the one that we're supposed to be looking for, the 4-14?
Yeah, 4-14. But I would go P10C because, one, you got to look, P10C, $400, cheaper than $400.
I'm on page 4 out of 14. That's why. They have so much stuff on their damn website.
And then you got the SIG X macro, $800 to $900. Right? You can get at P10C with a slide cut already. Eric has one over there. We just can't show it.
Look, I will say this, though. If you're gonna get optics, if you want a P10C that's optics ready, just go for the optics ready one. Do not do the route that I did. I got lucky and I found a stripped optics ready slide, and I had to gut the parts out of mine. If you want like a Norso slide, unless you buy the internals, that's probably what you're gonna have to do. It's super hard to try to find any internals for it. Just trust me. Just trust me. If you want a red dot on it, either just buy the optics ready one, or just buy a bare bones one and just send it to get cut. Don't learn from me, because I like having two slides, and like because of Glock, I can buy internals. But yeah, trying to do that with the P10C, no, that was too much of a headache.
All right. So KJ, yeah, I agree. Especially if you're talking about a 300 blackout, and this is going to be like some type of home defense vehicle gun. One, you're not going to use it on the night vision. You're not really going to have the time to pull out your gun, then pull out. No, that's trying to explain that in court. Right, trying to explain that in court.
Unless you're going to have your knowledge staged right next to your nightstand, already flipped up with a battery in it, ready to go, or at the very least a battery in the.
Which you're probably not going to do all that.
With your tubes, with your positive cap off, whatever. That's too many moving parts, and this is why I'm just one. Again, I'm a different type of helmet fuck. I got a pistol. I'll get up and go to work with a pistol. I got everything I need right there.
Got that Glock with a 30-round stick.
Just grab a handgun.
Right.
It's right there. It's right. It's not like you don't know how to use it. It's obviously the best as far as maneuvering around things.
Yeah, to be honest, get you, if you're, because we're talking about 300 blackout, KJ, just get you a red dot and a white light.
Okay, there it is.
And a suppressor.
Okay, the 2 to 10 to 44. Got it.
All right. No, let me.
Yeah, that way you can hold up to the screen.
I don't know.
No, don't.
I don't know. They be fugazi because last time they got me trying to do gun sales.
Yeah, don't worry about it now. Put it on screen.
Oh, yeah, I just don't.
Just know, the
OG, hit up Eric in the DMs. That's all. Just hit up Eric in the DMs.
Follow me. Just go in the DMs. I'll send you the link to.
And I like that CZP01 Omega. I agree with you. If I could have another CZ, it would probably be that. I like that pistol.
The Omega.
Yeah, Omega CZP01.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Dream is running that, I think.
Do I not like SIG triggers? It's not the triggers. It just, I'm not gonna lie. After SIG came out, one with the 365 and the fire pin breaking, they came out of the 320 and they had a drop issue. I'm kind of finicky with SIG and really trusting SIG, so I'm gonna wait till a whole bunch of other, guinea pigs. Right, I'm waiting till the guinea pigs try it. Do they blow them?
SIG. I don't blame him. However,
SIG makes nice. Some of the 320s look nice. That blackout edition 320, that was nice. That was nice. But
I get it though, Thomas. I'm not gonna be mad at you for it.
Like Glock and CZ, like you have never heard of any type of real issue with either one of those.
CZ had a small issue, but they fixed that, and then they came out with the Gen.
What issue?
There was something with, and it's weird because I only saw it on one person's video, and it was like only had like 300 views. But the internal, I'll show you later on. But the firing pin stop, if you moved it over, it would go forward. But it's like, okay, it's not gonna do that if you already have the gun cocked as far as round in the chamber. the end of the firing pin is already being retained by the sear, your sear of the trigger or whatever. So it wouldn't fall forward. And even if it did fall forward, the firing pin stop would end up stopping it.
And what gun was this?
It was on the P10C. It was something real small and stupid, but I was like, I don't see how that could actually like happen.
Yeah, that's like a 1 in a million.
Yeah.
You probably just got a faulty pistol.
1911
or 2011.
This question because he's an Elmer Fudd.
Well, if someone asked me if I had to get either one, sure, I'll get a 2011. But to me, because I am a man who uses my shit. And so I'm not going to spend that much money on something that's going to get beat up.
You're trying to tell
and
me
that tight with that tight of tolerance.
It takes Glock bags.
But how does it have Glock reliability?
Well,
it got quiet.
If more people,
it got quiet.
No, you know why it got quiet? Because if more
no one knows.
If more people buy one, or even better, if I get one to test, I can show you that maybe it is.
No, because that's only one sample set.
Okay, think about it. Think about this. Think about it like this, right? Right? What if we're in the time period right now, right? Just like how when the 1911 first came out, right? Like how everybody's great-great-grandpappy raved about that. There's lore stories saying that airplanes have been shot out by this gun, right? Okay. Then the Glock comes out, right? You had all the people that were saying it's a plastic gun, it's gonna break, blah, blah, blah. Did Glock not have to sit here and go through all that bullshit and still came out on top? And now guess what? Who out here says anything about a Glock negative? Not that much.
I mean, they do, but they be haters. Well, that's why. Why get a 2011? What is the 2011 going to give me that my Glock 45 can't?
Because regardless of anything, at the end of the day,
we're talking about a duty pistol here, not some. I want the smoothest, sweetest, nicest thing.
It's because of one, ergonomics, and two, how the trigger works.
I'm fine with my Glock 45 ergonomics. Like again, I just need my gun to go bang when I need it to, and y'all see what I'm saying? He's an Elmer Fudd. I don't blame him. It comes from a place of logic because yes, if you go and look at the history of why Glock was made, it's called 1917. Yeah. I'm a kiss Fudd. Keep it simple Fudd. All right, I like to keep my shit simple.
He's a kiss Fudd.
All right, kiss Fudd. It's gonna be one. I'm gonna make a passage. It's gonna be one word. Kiss Fudd.
Chris Taylor asked.
Night observation devices, night vision versus thermals. I say both of them, but I go night vision.
Both of them because night vision.
You can see better, like if you're trying to navigate.
Yes.
But if you're trying to actually find people, thermal. So yeah, having both.
It's very hard to conceal a heat source.
Mm-hmm. So definitely, yeah, I would say both.
Let me not say it's hard. You can do it in a couple different ways, but the point is that normally people won't think about concealing their heat source.
Right. A lot of people don't even really think about that, consider that.
And not only just the heat source on person, but the heat source that radiates off of other things that said your body touch or anything that in your bag. Like if you accidentally ND a light in your bag, after a while that heat source does show, especially if you're running a high lumen light.
Man, what y'all should do is what I've been doing. I got me a Reddit account and I've been watching the war in Ukraine, a lot of the thermals and the drones. That shit is scary. Like these drones, it's terrifying. People will literally be in bushes.
It's scary.
Covered in bushes, but they see their body eat through the bush, and they'll still drop a grenade right on them while they're sleeping. And it's just like, fuck, bro. Like, that shit's scary. Like, they'll be in the trench, and it drops right in the trench. Like, where can you hide at that point? You know? And the observation of a drone, they can be hundreds of yards away, thousands of yards away, and the drone can spot you and relay to somebody else. Hey, they're out there in the open.
It's scary because
fire mission for artillery.
I grew up watching Ghost in the Shell.
Same here.
And it's like
one of the greatest animes ever.
Yo, it's like we're at that point, dang near. We just don't have Tachcomas like that.
It would be kind of dope, but only if they were like on my side.
But and we don't have neural links, but as far as the cyber warfare aspect.
Mm-hmm. That shit's becoming real.
The application of drones, jamming of frequencies, that's where I'm just like, it's low key, and even computerized weaponry. Like how Grantham did that one scope.
Yeah.
Where it has the rangefinder, everything.
Was it from Vortex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're getting
there.
we're getting to that point where
The
like
future is now, old
we ain't
man.
got laser guns yet. We don't have energy propelled railgun weapon systems like that.
It's already been 45 minutes.
It's already been 45 minutes. We got 19 people that watch.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me go through. But yeah.
Okay, so reps. What do y'all recommend for newbies that is easy to learn under $500? That's practical for a woman.
Are we talking pistol or rifle?
If we're talking pistol, Glock.
I would
Actually, for a woman, Smith & Wesson, easy. Like 9mm.
I would
Don't get 389 mil.
Here's what I would say about this. Because
9mm.
I like this question, but I also hate this question. I like it because yes, we do need to cater to ladies. However, we need to cater to ladies in a different way, and this is what I'm saying. One, whatever lady that wants to buy this gun, she needs to go in there, and she needs to either go in there with an instructor or someone that's definitely going to, as far as guide her decision process. Depending on, it doesn't matter as far as knowledge, because the main thing is comfort of the firearm. If you're not going to be comfortable shooting the gun, you're not going to train with the gun. If you're not going to train with the gun, you're going to leave the gun at home. It's just a slippery slope downhill. So at least me personally as an instructor, is one of the things as a service we do try to do sometimes is we'll go into a gun store and we'll spend 2, 3, 4, however long it takes, put some different guns in your hand, see how stuff moves, etc.
Who's supposed to be a gun gallery today? Or vendors?
No, they're done. That was just for Jay.
Yeah,
don't worry about that. And even then, it's like almost.
I know, but that means we could go tomorrow.
What, you want to go to gun gallery tomorrow?
No, they have the vendors.
Oh, no.
That way, you get the report. Yeah. But back on topic. So yeah, I recommend Smith & Wesson Easy 9.
The Smith & Wesson Easy is dope. Like I said, I would rather because even though we can say the Smith & Wesson Easy is dope, and based off of how ladies have been using it, they like it. But you might have that one lady that doesn't like it. So what do you do from that point?
What do you do at that point?
Yeah. Well, you take her to a gun store, let her get her hands on a couple different guns, and then don't buy anything immediately. Walk out, put some time thinking about it, because think about it this way: you lived all this time, your life without it, you'll be fine. Depending on your situation, that's going to change some things. But the point that I'm making is, take your time.
Can you speak on the ability to carry pistol and rifle setup with ammo? Because most think they can carry more the more guns they buy. You can honestly, realistically carry 3 guns, 2 rifles and a pistol. Right? Outside of that, you're doing the most. There's no need to have all that type of weapon systems. Right? Like I said, 3 guns. Have a full size or compact size pistol, a rifle out to 300, and a rifle out to 600. You're good for the most part.
Let's see.
Kiss FUD. That's gonna be a saying. Kiss FUD.
Kiss FUD.
Kiss FUD.
So let's see. So Purple Tape said FN 545
tactical
or the OG FNX tactical.
Whichever you prefer.
So the funny thing is, because I'm not a 45 person like that. Like, I know about those 2 guns. I did want the FNX 45, but low key.
If I get a 45, it has to be 1911.
Like, I had a 1911 with a rim, and it was in 45. It does feel nice.
All right.
That's why I wanted 2011. It's cheaper to shoot because it's 9mm.
But to answer the question, I probably get the OG tactical for nostalgia. All right. OG says KNA would do her better. OG, don't lie to her.
KNA is a good option too.
Don't lie to her, OG.
What was the website to find black instructors? Thomas, you know that.
It was on TIG's website. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, you have to follow TIG, or honestly, just come to Jacksonville and train with us.
That part.
Right.
Yeah, just come down here. It's easier.
You know who we are.
Come on.
Bring that.
We got 10 more minutes. Come on, give us some more questions.
Bring that butt to Jacksonville now. All right, 10 minutes. Any last final questions before we let you guys go with all the wonderful information we have given you over the past hour?
Right. I did some cool light painting photos of you.
You taking paintings of me?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on what is that?
The PSA AKV. Okay, as someone who has actually reviewed one because they sent it to me, it's actually not a bad PDW. The problem is, I guess I'm an AR guy, and so having to work the safety on there and all that is, maybe training would got better, but it's actually a pretty nice and dope shooting platform because AKV's got some weight to it, so really no bullshit eats up that 9 mil recoil, and so it's very flat shooting.
It's even better suppressed.
Yeah, if you could suppress it,
Even better suppressed.
yeah, it's the bee's knees.
So, and it's funny because you brought up the AKV. Here's what we'll talk about since we'll probably get questions here and there. And you're right, OG, the meta, that sucker is dope. I don't doubt that you cracked the target at 100 yards of that gun. That gun is dope. But let's talk about Palmetto.
Palmetto is going to take over the world.
Let's talk about Palmetto. Okay.
Y'all are watching history, baby.
Here's the funny thing about Palmetto, and this is why me and Thomas were talking about this today. We want Palmetto to succeed so bad. That's why we grill them so hard.
OW Armament, Big Dre. What up, Big Dre? OW Armament.
Hey, what up, Dre?
How you doing, man? We're gonna have you on here one day, Dre, so we can have like a little talk with you. Soon, if Eric's gonna be here, we can interview someone, so we don't have like 9 different people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I can monitor the chat and stuff. But so nobody knows, right? PSA just dropped Saber AR-10s. And it's funny because Thomas kind of pointed this out, right? The pistols are called daggers, and the rifles are called sabers.
They should.
Right? I thought
they should name the 308. They should name the 308 something different, like a different kind of sword. Whatever the long sword name.
No, I would have named if we were going to go that route. I would have named pistols daggers. The rifles would have been foils. And
foil.
Fencing?
Like tinfoil?
No. The sword and fencing. A foil. And then the AR-10s would be the sabers.
Oh, what they should have called it, whatever the short sword is that the 300 Spartans use. Whatever that was called.
I don't know.
Because if you know what the sword that the 300 Spartans, the short sword that 300, I don't say actually 300, but the Spartans use, put it down in the comment section.
Yes, to bushcraft. Should parents get child safe body armor backpacks? I would say as far as like
fuck it, why not? Why not?
And here's why, right? We already put seatbelts on them, right? We already told them to brush their teeth to protect from tartar. Like, at the end of the day, and this is my frustration with as far as society, why are we asking other people to do something that as grown adults we can do ourselves? If we say that we're so self-sufficient and everything, and we are recognizing a problem in society that is not being as far as handled the way that we would like it to be, because we keep asking other people to do it, why are we not taking the initiative and buying this ourselves and saying, you know what? I'd rather do this and know that, okay, my kid's safe than anything. That's just my thought process. At the end of the day, I don't have a kid. So that's everybody else's, individual decision to do. But if I had a kid right now, and if my, school that I'm sending my kid to isn't, doesn't have a resource officer that knows how to shoot.
Even if
they did, it's like it's an extra layer of safety. You already have car insurance and you have all these other insurance. Why not?
Why not?
Especially when you're recognizing that the outside forces are not doing, from our perspective, what they should be doing to protect our kids.
All right, next question. Since y'all are CG guys, me as well, what do y'all think would improve their path down the striker fire market? What do you mean? I mean, I think they're doing fine. I like their CG guys.
Here's a bigger question. What do you think they could do?
Yeah, purple tape. What do you think they should do?
Because
you better speak up.
No, because you have the P10. Look, you have the P going up the sizes, right? You have the P10S, you have the P10N, you have the P10C, you have the P10S.
I'm not from this planet. What's up?
You have the P10F, and then you have the P10 competition. You got 7 different guns right there. 6 different guns right there.
Yeah. OG says he's having an outdoor cookout, but for some reason he ain't tell us. Man, OG, what's going on, dog? How come you ain't let us know? And you said you're gonna be cooking, man. You ain't tell us. we had to find out through the grapevine, OG.
You said and ear protection. Now, Here's as far as an interesting thing that you actually could do as far as a sneaker way of doing ear protection. You can do one of two things.
You can keep shooting till the sounds go away.
No, I think he's still asking as far as like for kids, like should they have ear protection, I guess. Either A, give them some noise canceling earbuds. That kind of works.
Wait, are we talking about if a school shooting happened?
I don't think if a school shooting happened.
Because we're talking about kids' backpack. So having armor in the backpack is your kids getting shot at, or you think something's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
So having ear protection, no. No.
I mean, they do need to maintain situational awareness. Granted, it's going to be messed up because of gunfire, but
to be honest, if somebody started shooting in the school or in this building, you think ear protection is going to be anywhere on your mind?
yeah,
Exactly.
They're not going to think about, oh, let me get ear protection on to make sure my ears get.
No, I wouldn't. I would like.
I would rather them instinctually. I would rather a kid instinctually put the backpack in front of them like body armor as soon as when they hear gunfire versus, oh, I hear something. Let me put these earphones on. Like I get it, but
OG said, "I'm telling your ass now." All right. Bezel King 9 says, "How often should you shoot to keep your skills right?" Every single day.
Depends on your budget.
Every day. You know why? Because dry firing is free. So you should be shooting every day. Every day you get home, pick up that rifle and do like 4 or 5 practice.
You see why we can't take him anywhere? Like you didn't even
because I'm making sense.
No,
because I make every day. Why can't you? Why can't you stop by for 30 seconds? For 30 seconds, pick up your gun. Then put the rifle down. Pistol that you can still carry. Why can't you do that? That's free.
You know what you remind me of? You remind me of a combination of Trey when he said that thing about the holsters 2 years ago, and the dude that always has the Where's Child logo. Who's like, I train like every single day.
Every day.
Right? Punch out, go to work. That guy.
You can't say that you don't pick up your gun, at least some type of gun, at least once a day.
Go to work.
You touch your guns every single day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thomas is not wrong.
I'm not wrong. I sound crazy, but I know I'm right. That's why I sound crazy, because I know I'm right.
If you're taking your holster off, take 30 seconds, right? Download your gun and just do a couple.
Before you leave the house in the morning, just do 3 to 5 practice
draws. It's like
draws.
stretches in the morning, like you.
Exactly. All right, Mr. PR Love 11.
Yeah. PSA Saber or Midwest Industries, if you had to pick one. Does Midwest Industries make an AR-15?
I know they make parts, but I don't know if they make.
I don't think they make an AR. If they do, I'm ignorant to that. I'm not gonna lie. But
the Sabers are nothing to sleep on, bro. When I saw the parts list, I was like, oh, okay. You gotta put some respect on the name.
As far as on the BCG,
I saw Geisley and all that. I was like, what?
The fact that they have Springco internal springs on the BCGs tells me they're paying attention to a lot of stuff. But this is again going back to PSA. What most people don't realize, they own like 5 different companies, like 5 big companies, Remington being one of them. They also have hired a lot of different people from different
That's why I say PSA is taking over. We over here laughing, haha, PSA. Watch the next 10 years, we're gonna be like, oh shit. PSA, let me talk about Geisley, BCM, PSA. Can you imagine if PSA got the Geisley level, but at PSA prices?
But no,
that would fuck up the market.
The problem with it though. This is why I get mad, because they get right there at the finish line. Like if we're running a race, right? If they're running a 500-meter dash, right? They get right there at the finish line and they stop. Like they just straight up T-pose right there. Everybody else is all winded behind them because they're like, oh crap. Oh my God, they're coming out with all this other stuff,
why?
right?
Because PSA can do that, right?
They get right there and then they fall because it'll be something. Now, granted, that's why the Saber line, I have so much hope, because a lot of people haven't, a lot of people have tested it. I believe that the Saber line would be, as far as the price point, what? Certain amount and some change, right? The price that you can get into a PSA Saber, it is very hard to argue as far as, well,
you could arm a small budget militia with the PSA.
If you put that next to a Knight's, I hate to say it, if you put it next to a Knight's armament, it's like, It'll probably keep up.
Right, because think about it. They sell the packages with
Don't
the
get me wrong,
sabers.
Knights earn their stuff, but it's like for customer service.
But see, if you look PSA, they got the saber rifle. Now they got the dagger. So now they sell them as packages for less than $1,000. And so now you can outfit this person $1,000 to get them a gun and a pistol. This person, that person. All right, for these guys, I can get you a dagger and a 308. This and a 308. So now you really can outfit a small militia now.
The sabers now come in 308.
Right, and it looks like M110.
And they have a 6.5 Creedmoor. So. And they just had you saw the price of what it was with the bag, the 2 mags, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If they did it, I feel like they low key have a out of the box M110 SAS minus it being in.
They know what they did. That's why they did it. The color of M110 SAS. It looks just fucking like it.
They went as far as even giving it a quad.
Right? They knew what the fuck they was doing.
The only thing they needed to do was change that muzzle device to that to the one where.
If you look at the Saber low key is like a knockoff of the URGI.
It is. They have Geissele rails. That's the other thing. Because they own other companies, they own the tooling and machining for those said companies as well. Mm-hmm. So when PSA has the ability to, as far as acquire more materials, source materials, they can make the rails for everybody else. Which, because of the fact that they have a larger facility and they can do that, now that frees up the market for all the bigger name companies to not only do R&D for other stuff that they want to come out with, but as far as like for COVID, for example, right? Everything's out of stock. If PSA can pick up the slack for X, Y, and Z, we're good. Same thing with the ammo.
Started making their own ammo.
No, they are making their own ammo. That AAC stuff, they own AAC. If anybody goes on PSA right now, that AAC ammo is nothing to sleep on.
That's what I'm saying about PSA. Like,
they're not. All right, somebody said about what was it? Mantis X is a good tool for dry fire. Yes, it is. I'm waiting for PSA to put out a 545. Yeah,
that's another thing.
545.
PSA's 8Ks are even good. Not only are the rifles moderately decent, and the sabers and the daggers are really coming on the market as like something not to sleep on. Because if this M110, what if that PSA M110 came out and it's like, oh, this bitch is one MOA.
You know what I want to do?
Right.
If I had the money, or PSA, if you're watching this, I want to take that M110. I just want to put an optic on it, get some 75 grade ammo, take 100 rounds of that to get it zero, see how it performs, see how it shoots, and then I want to take it up to a match the next day.
And I feel like it'd be, especially within 600.
The only thing I'm gonna do is put a muzzle device so I can put my can on it, zero it, and run it. And I just want to run it in a match and see what happens. I don't care. I just want to see what happens.
Because if they put the level of like attention and detail they did in the Saber to this one, it's gonna be decent enough to where,
like I said, if PSA,
like you can't really like watching this, you can't knock it off.
I just want to try it.
Like you just can't really knock it off, right? Especially as a budget entry type gun.
It's nasty.
But yeah, I did get a chance to shoot the OWR blackout, the 300 blackout and the 8.6 blackout. It was smooth, quiet. It's like so they own AAC suppressors, DPMS, and H&R solutions. Like I said, PSA is taking over. We're just sitting here laughing, and they're slowly just taking bit by bit.
I have to admit, I'm one of those people that knocked PSA, but as they kept developing, it started showing that they're paying attention to what people are saying, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. They're going to be one of those companies that when somebody mentions something, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, pay up, yeah, let's go to PSA."
What would you do?
Think of it this way: they're gonna be like Aero Precision, but better.
What would you do if PSA bought Geissele and Surefire?
No, even worse. What if they bought Aero Precision? That by itself? Because
they don't need Aero.
No, because this is what everybody needs to think about too. Because of that whole law in Washington, Aero Precision is in a pickle. That's why I've been watching how Aero's parts have been coming out and seeing what comes in stock and what's out. Because they technically can't do anything.
All right, it's been over an hour, so we're gonna cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it. Let's see. Let me look and see. They own AAC, but yeah, they own all.
All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I can click on it.
Yeah.
I just now learned that. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, this is the first time he's actually trying it on his phone. Because I told him, try it on your phone. He was like,
Right. Also, again, if you're looking for training, if you want to come train with us, Jacksonville, Florida, KNA Accessories. You can sign up for the website, which will be in the description once the video posts. All right. So you gotta wait for the post, and then I can put the description in there because it's fugazi on the phone. But
I'll say, Dre, we need an AR-10 to test.
All right. Yeah, Dre, send us some guns.
I'll say, I need an AR-10 to test, bro.
All right. And what was I gonna say? Fuck me. Oh yeah, if you want to donate, there should be crowdfunding donations on there or super chat something. If you'd like to donate to the channel to help support the channel so we can get better cameras, lighting, and gear. And you see how plain the wall is. We want to check it out. Right. Do something better, make the studio better. So if you want to help support all that, definitely super chats or joining Patreon, buying a t-shirt, or training with us is a great way to help support the channel.
I'm about to say, me and him are working together now. So like the photos and stuff.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he does. Like how we got this little light and stuff.
Okay, yeah, Dre, we're gonna hit you up because we just got our SOTs.
Yeah, we just got our SOT, bro.
We can get them things now.
Exactly.
Legally.
That part.
All right.
Oh, but that last question, is night vision worth it?
Yes.
Yes. Don't do a clip-on yet. Don't do a clip-on. Get night vision first, as far as helmet-mounted night vision. And that's all I got to say.
Right. All right.
I wanted Anubis so bad. I want the lower. It's because I'm going to end up doing.
You have enough.
I want because I like the Anubis concept. I want the lower so bad.
Dre needs to give me that 8.6 so I can take that bitch hunting. I want to take that. I want to take an 8.6 blackout.
No, you can't even.
I want to take an 8.6 blackout and go squirrel hunting. I want to go squirrel hunting with an 8.6 blackout and see what happens.
That squirrel's not even gonna exist anymore.
8.6 blackout hollow points.
That squirrel's gonna be dead. Like it's gonna be obliterated. Like why do you have to live like this?
I want to see what happens to that motherfucking squirrel.
Oh my god. It's gonna be like a 50 cal on.
Wow! Woo! It's gonna look like tannerite.
No, it's gonna be like a 50 cal out of a A10 Warhog on a man-sized target.
All right, and I'm gonna videotape it.
I'm gonna sand come up
and videotape it and send it straight to PETA.
And then everything falls down, and then there's nothing there. It's like magic.
I'll be like, hey PETA, I got a video for you. Oh, listen. Oh my god.
This is why we can't take you.
Yes, sir. All right. Stay safe, stay educated, stay dangerous.
I want to do
LocsNLoad out.
All right, peace out, y'all.
All right.